Hello friends, welcome back to the bench. Thank you very much for joining me. Our patient is this beautiful ASRock X670E. Very nice board, pretty nice IOs and stuff. I mean, that's nothing breathtaking, but look how many coils we have on the V-core. So we can put some serious CPUs over here. How many VRMs over here? Oh my god, crazy. Now the only bad thing about it is that we have electrolytic caps, so we have to do a little bit of a little more prep work than we normally do on the solid state caps, but that's fine. Let's get to work. Now if you need this service, the socket replacement service, pretty much any socket, but I prefer AM5s, especially the ones that have outline. This one actually has pretty decent outline. It should be very easy to align the CPU now on this one. If you need it, it's $50 if you send it in this form, right? Fully disassembled. If you send it fully assembled, it's $75. There's going to be a listing soon. I already have it done, I just need to publish it. So you'll be able to purchase it via eBay, but you can still just submit the ticket, send the board in, and get yourself a new socket. All right, let's get to it. Alrighty, the board's cooling down. The reason I'm kind of just suspiciously testing each corner and just kind of seeing if it's flexes is because the board flexed a lot more than they usually do. So I'm not sure about this because sockets don't flex that much. They will flex a little, especially AM5. That's why AM5 have the best success rate, and that's why the sockets with the window have this window inside. When the board flexes, it's easier to get every pin soldered on the socket that has window inside. With AM5 we don't have that, so I don't know. That's why when it was hot I even pushed on it a little bit gently, because it kind of looked, I'm gonna have to compare the footage, but well, this is obviously different socket, right? And this is loads. They are much lighter than the other sockets, than the other brands. So they don't behave the exact same way the heavier sockets do, right? Heavier sockets just drop. These ones don't drop; they just gently sit. The other thing that I observed is that I smelled distinctively. I smelled a smell of burnt plastic. Now that doesn't necessarily mean that anything on the board melted. I'll inspect that in a minute. But we have 2 layers of aluminum on memory, and we have the aluminum foil everywhere else, plus Kapton tape. So I don't think it was the board. I think something fell on my heater before, on my bottom heater, and that was the source of the smell. But I can't inspect it right now until the board is fully cooled down. The top heater is fully cooled. So, and there is a little speck on the socket, but it still goes to the ultrasonic cleaner, so I'm not worried about that. Now, one trick that I always do is I always put the cover on the socket before I remove the foil, because then you can the foil can rip one of the pins and you have to do it all over again, and you don't want to do that. Oh, okay, that was the source of the smell. The sticker. There was a sticker here. I didn't notice that. Well, the sticker is no longer there. I mean, the sticker is there, but it's no longer, you can no longer read it. I hope that wasn't anything useful. But yeah, looking at the socket from the side, looks like every pin, at least the ones that I can see, is soldered, and the socket is uniformly sitting. So I think this is all good. I'm gonna review the footage and we'll see. But I say this is good. This is what you get. Alrighty, the board will be in the mail tomorrow, because I still have to clean it, and then I put it on the dryer again, because I don't want to send you a wet board, basically, right? So I ensure that it's dry before I send it, and we'll issue a payment link. And thank you very much for your business. If you need this repair, it's only $50 or $75 if you don't want to disassemble it. Thank you guys very much for watching, and I shall see you in the next one.